What's up, you guys? Slim here at the LA Regionals with Andrew Doe. And what did you just do?
Topped with INFERNOIDS.
With INFERNOIDS. You got top 4, right?
Yeah, I got 4th place.
With INFERNOIDS.
Yeah, win X1.
What do you got to say about the deck?
Like, when Reasoning got hit, actually I've always just liked the deck. Like, after my friend Lex played it right there, like, I looked at it and I was like, this deck can just go for game a lot. And it's kind of my playstyle where it can, like, every Inferno can dismantle boards, like, just a style show you can just keep, like, destroying everything they play. But when Reasoning got hit, a lot of people said the deck was dead, and I was like, but the concept of Infernoids was like, it was still alive. It straight dismantles boards. So I was like, you know, I worked on it extensively, and I was able to just create my own deck list and just kind of put a new style to how to play Infernoids.
Awesome, awesome. All right, let's get into it.
All right, so, like, it's a lot more heavy monsters. I play 2 Onukes and 2 Deviatis because the new combos that cycle around Go Defenders, the best possible Inferno you would want are the biggest guys because they actually negate things other than DD Crows. So, outside of the rest of this standard, I played 3 Decatrons, 3 Prismas. You need it for the combo because you need to dump this so it becomes a level 2 tuner and you sync with a level 1 to make the Go Defender.
Okay.
That's why I max this out. And the rest of that standard. 3 Harmonic, 3 Pachula, and 3 Sticemus. You don't want to really play any of the 2 banished ones. I know there's like a Tundle and like other ones, but they don't really synergize with the deck. This is actually just like the single-handed best one because since it doesn't target, it actually just gets rid of cards.
Right.
2800 and attacking twice isn't that difficult. But here's a
mini Lightsworn engine. Yep.
Yeah, you just play 2 ride and 2 charge just to mill and get some tuners. Reasoning 1 to 1. I know that hurts, but it's like I topped.
Yeah.
One of that. I play Soul Charge because I always go first with the deck. So I have to explain more about this later when I actually like show the video of the combo. But this just creates like unbreakable boards. Like it's just like the nuts. Same with this Rekindling. It's bring back all your Dextrons and go for broke. There's that 1-for-1 standard, and I chose to play 2 RF Thous.
Okay, how does that synergize with the deck?
Okay, so I play 3 Instant Fusions still. I know there's 1 Norden, but it doesn't matter. With 2 RF Thous and 3 Instant Fusions and 3 Prismas, you can get any level 1 tuners. So if I Instant Fusion for this, and I wear a Thou, if I don't have a Decatron, I search Decatron. That's just the broke part. And I summon Decatron, and I dump Prismas, and I'm able to sync a level 3.
Oh.
So it's just take the Go Defender. The whole point is just cycling around Go Defenders, so you can just keep looping your Infernoids back in your grave. But there's that, and you know, I played 1 Upstart, and I couldn't think of anything better to play since I wanted to go first, so I kind of just played more pseudo-type Upstarts. And it didn't really hurt the deck because, like, at the end, most of the time you play your whole hand. Like, you just summon everything, you banish your hand, you do everything around that time. But when you do have to get rid of something there in the end phase, it's just an Infernoid most of the time, so it just goes to the grave anyway. So, like, it doesn't really hurt you. And then 2 charge with a 2 ride in, and for the only traps, I played the most broken trap in the game.
Oh, nice.
2 Scoldings because
How did that work all day?
game. Like if you have the combo or just any like established field and you're scared of like Raigeki, Dark Hole, or Pendulum Fat, or like, I don't know, whatever, like Warning, Max C, something, you can just flip this and it's game. It's, yeah. Like, some dude dropped Lancey on me and I had the combo, so I was like, all right, I'm a Scolding, go for game. Some dude, I felt terrible for this guy. I was playing Magic Spectre against Magic Spectre. It was like round 6 or something. He thought he had the nuts. He had like 4 back row, 2 scales, a fox, and a raccoon. And then I was like, all right, sure. I'm just going to draw, set Scolding, pass. He hits for 27. My turn, draw, banish 3 special Deviati, try to activate effect, blow up the whole back row. He tries to Tempest it, and I flip Scolding. He lost everything. And I brought us Theseus, and yeah, he kind of just made a big sigh.
Lost from there.
But yeah, that was the main deck. 40 cards, technically 36, but yeah.
Awesome.
Up to the extra deck.
Yep, extra deck.
One of the most important fusions in the game. Like, I feel like this card is really underwhelming in every other deck because it's really just not that great. But here, it serves your combo piece to make the Go Defenders, but you can also just absorb one of their monsters. So it gets rid of problem monsters like Dark Claw and things like that.
Right.
But it's the only level 1 fusion, which is why it makes Instant Fusion pretty broken. 1 Norden, 1 Castell, 1 Dweller. But yeah, the broke cards is here for the level 3, or for the rank 3 spams. It's Levier and Dante. And I chose to play for my synchros 2 Omega, 1 Crystal Wing, because it goes with the Gold Defender combo, which I'll explain after the deck list. 1 Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, just goes for game, pretty broke. And the MVP, like, you can't play Infernoids without these 3. Like, this is the MVP. Like, okay, so like,
we gotta tell the story that happened this morning.
So, all my friends like laughed at me because they never thought I was gonna get this card. Like, honestly, this card is trash. Like, if you have singles with it, just throw it in the trash. Like, you need specifically these 3, and like, I was struggling trying to find every other card, and I was like, man, this is probably the hardest card I have to find. 3 different people had 1 each, and I was just able to find a deck. I was like so happy. I was like, today's my day.
Yeah, you found him in like 5. We were just sitting there talking about that. Like, he's not gonna find him. 5 minutes later, he's got all 3.
Anyone have this card? It's like, yeah, I have 1. I'm like, what do you got? He's like, you could just have it. I'm like, yeah, thanks. And because of those 3 people, I was able to put the deck together. Because the deck is not functional unless you play 3 of these. Awesome. It's like a new engine, like a tour guide.
Yeah, like a new engine.
Shembar goes for game. You Instant Fusion Norden, bring back this, and then it hits for 4,000. And I made Minerva, whatever, like, you just mill through.
It's there.
Yeah, it's just there. It's just another rank 4 Dante. For the side deck, 2 Chimera Tech with 3 cores, standard. Now, a lot of people are going to question why I did these because it conflicts with Monster Gate and Reasoning. But there's certain times when to make any deck good, it doesn't require 100% skill. Any deck will lose because it breaks, and any deck will win because sometimes luck is just on your side. So if you just open up this card, it's not going to get hit by a Reasoning Monster Gate. So Maxi just helps with the new Odd Eyes type of Performer Pals, the Fire King Cosmos. Like, against Extra Deck Monarch, because I couldn't get Master Trick, I had to play this. I had to take out Into the Void because if you're siding in more normal summon cards like these, you really can't play Into the Void. So I take out all my Into the Voids when I play Extra Deck Monarchs, and I throw in these. So 3 Into the Voids, like a Wear of Thou, things like that. So that way I can keep my hand, because you don't want Into the Void and draw this, you're going to lose it. But this is honestly only because I couldn't get Master Restricts in time, but it actually worked out. The 2 Monarchs I played, I actually beat because I would tribute like a Steesmith or even like a Petrula, and they can't run it over because they usually side in Twin Twisters, but what out do they have to a monster Master Restrict? So it actually worked out.
So it worked out at least.
And
would you play Restrict though? Like, if you had to take
I definitely would play Restrict, but it's not like this card is complete ass. You just have to play around it with your things.
Right.
I guess special summoning monster popping with the Inferno effect and tributing, that's pretty good. 3 Twin Twister, it's just there because it's like you discard Infernoid, so why not?
Yeah,
and I like this card against Super Flegga, like the Klee stun deck. But the only thing I would have changed was I actually really liked this card. This card was just really surprisingly. It was so much better than Twin Twister. If I wanted to go back, I wanted to only play 2 Twin Twister and 3 of this.
Play 3 of those?
Because I played at least 4 or 5 of the Odd Eyes Pendulums.
Oh, okay.
And most of the time, like, I would set this and Scolding, or even just this. Like, most of the time they would go Sky Iris, boom, boom, whatever, right? But with Twin Twister, you can only hit 2. Since people play the Sky Irises now, you can pop Sky Iris and their 2 scales because it doesn't target. So you just blow them all up at once. And then, this card was just so much better. Like, every time I had this, and I didn't have to discard, I'd rather just play 3 of this, but I only had 2. Actually, I didn't realize until the end term that this is just better than this.
Right.
But that's my deck.
It's a miracle story though. Like, you came here, like, I think when I saw you, you didn't have like the majority of the stuff.
No,
and then like
I came here because I worked on a deck. Like, I would play Dan. Like, honestly, I'm an avid League of Legends player. I don't really play this game that seriously, but on my spare time, I actually just really kept working on this deck, and I want to give a huge shout out to Lex and Ed Deception because they're the only 2 people I've actually talked to about this deck. They both put in their inputs of what I should be changing, how I should be playing the deck. Like, sometimes I throw in some whack ass ideas, and they're like, "Dude, that's pretty stupid." But like, because of that, like, they would help me just establish this specific deck list, which I felt by the end of the tournament, it definitely was the strongest. Like, this is the strongest trap card. Why not play with your strongest combos and things like that? So I want to give a huge shout out to them because they're the only 2 people who actually trusted to work on the deck list with. But
it worked out awesome. Yeah, let's just see the combo.
Let me explain the combo.
Like, one of the main, like, it's like the main combo, right?
Yeah. So let's say, I don't know, you guys want to see it with Wear of Thou, right? Wear of Thou, Instant Fusion, and I don't know, let's say that what you really want is the biggest Infernoids. Okay. So
you want Onu or
so like, that's your hand. Okay. So you could go Instant Fusion, pay 1,000 life points, bring this out. Activate Wear of Thou. Since you control level 1, you search Dekatron. So you summon Dekatron right here, and you use this effect and you dump Priestmas. That way it becomes a level 2 sooner. So you can synchro, and then this is where shit gets pretty AWOL. Like everyone was like, wow, that's actually just broken. You make Gold Defender, his effect lets you special summon another Gold Defender. And then this effect lets you special summon another Gold Defender. So you would have 3 Gold Defenders, and you'd stack it up for Levier, so that way you have level 6, so you can summon an Infernoid. So then what you want to do is you want to summon either Deviant or this is like the ideal one. I mean, sometimes you're stuck with like summoning Steesmus or whatever, things like that. But you banish 3, boom, there's 1, 2, and like another Infernoid, right? So that's 3. So now this is banished. So you would detach, special summon this, activates effect, and you dump Petula. So Petula makes it a level 5 sooner. So since it's a synchro monster, you can synchro and you can make Crystal Wing Dragon. Oh, so this is just actually insane. Like,
golden too.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, if you want the icing on the cake, I guess you could set golden. That's like beyond
that
nuts.
Is just
yeah, but let me okay, let me explain why. I mean, this card is just like overkill, but it's actually just you're gonna win game 1 for sure. But let's say you can't make this, right? So here, you can keep this in your hand. Put all this back right here like this. Boom, 3, 3, right? Things, what was it, like that, right? So you can go like this, make a Levier, and then this was banished, so you banish 3, special this, then you detach. So this is your grave, then you make this, and you still done the Petula's right there. So instead of synchroing for Crystal Wing, you could synchro for, where is it? Omega. Because Omega, it just leaves the field. So then you can play a fatter Soul Charge. So when you Soul Charge, you could still bring back this. There was one match, I think it was like round 4 or 5, I did bring this back because it made sure my opponent's monsters couldn't attack. But let's just say this is what I brought back, right? With Instant Fuse. Use the effect again, and I dump another Petula, so it's level 5. Now I can make the Crystal Wing Dragon. So with Soul Charge, I essentially got another free level 8 Synchro that's going to come back next turn. So that's, by my next turn, that's going to be my established board. Your opponent has to answer with getting past an effect negator. Your opponent has to answer with they can't attack. Your opponent has to answer with you're going to get a spell trap. And if you can get rid of this at any time when they play a spell trap, you distribute it. But then boom, then you can all attack again. So that's
damn, that is.
Yeah, I put a lot of like time and effort into this deck to think of everything. Like the combos actually just get more in depth. That was just showing the simple like the purpose of this. The purpose of Inferno is this guy now. He actually just makes everything like.
Yeah, came out in Bosch. Yeah,
he actually like I guess I'm not gonna deny that reasoning's better, but by looping your Decathrons and dumping them back in their grave, you still get enough food and engine with like fat boards all the time. But yeah,
that is awesome, man. Congratulations, 4th place.
I really wanted to top this one too, though.
Yeah, and you did, man. You were the miracle story. I was telling you each round, like as you were winning, like the miracle story. You came here without any of the stuff, put it all together. Just 25 cents to like free rare.
Yeah,
you got
them
all. Got them all, and it just made all the difference. Like that is awesome.
You wouldn't ever expect like
absolutely
these
not.
Cards
No one was prepared for that. Iron Wall, like I mean, if they had it, it just was not enough.
Actually, like. It has decent matchup. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like the worst matchup is Cosmo, but you can actually just play around with like Crystal Wing and things like that.
How many Cosmo you played?
Oh yeah, how many? What were your matches? Do you remember? Like just like number wise, like ratio?
Fortunately, I played 0 Cosmo.
Oh my god!
But I played 5. Oh, it was literally 3 extra deck Monarch and 6 Performable. No. Well, I mean, if you want to count 1 Magic Spectre, 5 Odd Eyes Pendulum, and 3, what was that? 5 plus 1 and 3 extra deck Monarch.
Oh wow!
I lost the guy who got 3rd place. I just insanely break. That was like the only round I actually just like. I drew like Onu, Steismiz, all trash and all both games. But yeah, other than that, like it has a really after today, it has a really good matchup versus the Pendulums. Especially like you just blow up their board every time they're playing scales. All right, Petula, pop. Deviati, pop, Steismiz attack, banish, things like that. Extra deck Monarch. They're all walking DD Crows. Whatever they play in the grave, just DD Crows, things like that.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's my deck list, man.
All right, awesome, man. Congratulations.
Yep.